I'm TarotOracle. This is a tutorial on the Echoes of Nature deck. That is a 72 card oracle deck that I created. And this is based upon my drawings. Yes, this is an actual drawing that I did. So all of these are drawings that I did. In case you're wondering, they are not pictures, they are drawings. Anyway, and paintings. So let's go over the cards and get a quick overview. Obviously the book has much more in-depth information, but I just wanted to go over some basics and how to combine cards and things like that. So intuition. It's obviously going to be hooking into your intuition, stopping that eternal voice that goes yip, 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 yip in your head. And so you can hear your actual intuition talking, and you can get the messages from your inner intuition voice that's going to be important in the matter that you're asking about, or the situation that you're asking about when you draw the card. So that's going to be pretty critical to listen to your intuition and to tune into that in this particular matter. Obviously, we have various numerology and astrology symbols. Those are reviewed in the book and would make this video series about 1,000 hours long, so let's not dive too deep into those. If you want more in-depth about those, let me know, but this is just sort of how to read with it. I figure people just want to know how to read with it. So what is the difference between intuition and, let's say, seeing inside? Well, seeing inside is more of a looking through the surface. So if somebody's giving you a story and it doesn't sound quite right, I think it could be time to seeing inside, to sort of look a little deeper into that situation and to find out what is actually going on. Because seeing inside looks beyond the surface at a deeper level and tries to figure out what's happening. Intuition is just sort of developing your intuition and getting your intuition in a state where you can rely upon it for a lot of information. Because most of the time, intuition really sort of trumps any other thing that you're looking at. So even factual information sometimes looks good, everything looks good on the car deal that you're about to buy, but your intuition is bothering you, something's happening, and you really sort of need to listen to that. Now the ears also play an important role. Let's say that we have a card on this side. Now the ear's down, indicating that this particular side may not have as much importance as this particular side over here. So the dog is hearing this side more. This takes more relevance to the situation than the card on this side does. Also, the dog's mouth is open, indicating that communication about the issue is key here, is key. You need to be communicating about this. We have other cards where the mouth is open, again indicating communication is key. And then we have cards, where the mouth is not open, indicating that that's not going to be, the biggest key to the situation. So again, communication being key to the situation, and the card on the right may not have as much importance as the one on the left of the intuition card. And the next card is obviously going to be dreams. So the dreams card has a lot going for it. It has a lot of information within it. One of the important aspects is the cat really doesn't know what's up here. You have a use of vertical space within my drawing, and that's on purpose because it's like the suitcase in Pulp Fiction. You know something's there, something important's there, but they never really tell you what's in it. What is in that's making the bright light within the movie, right? Within the suitcase. So it's one of the things, what is going on up here? And it indicates not only a bit of a distance between what is interesting and what you're fascinated with. That distance could be important. It could be important that there is indeed a distance going on, or it could be something to where you really don't know what is up there, what is up on that particular place. So we don't really know. We're in a situation where it's unknown as what is getting our attention. And again, that obviously could be important for a variety of reasons. Is there something that we think we know, but it's actually not really apparent to us as to what is getting our attention with this matter? So that's sort of important. Another thing to note is the cat is sort of hanging on to something, or sort of holding himself up here on a cushion. So that's obviously going to be important, that the need for support in this matter. This matter involves, almost requires some support. You need some support because the cat's going to jump up and try to grab or catch whatever that is up there that's catching his attention, then he's going to need some support or something to leap off of or things like that. So that indicates that you're going to need some support, maybe some emotional support, some support from your friends as you sort of approach the situation. It's not something you're going to be able to do alone. You definitely need a support structure in order to get it down. It also indicates that the future is pretty bright. The future is pretty bright. Obviously, there's a light source sort of hitting the cat, and the light source is coming from above. So once you reach this goal, once you reach this pentacle that you're looking to get to, it's going to be a bit brighter. So that could indicate, let's say somebody's asking about, getting a new job. Well, getting a new job, you're going to need a support structure to get that new job. Support, maybe your friends know some people, maybe you have some networking connections that you can hit. The job is also a bit of a distance away. So if you're looking to get this job tomorrow, maybe not so realistic. You could have a bit of a delay in getting the job because you have that distance. As well as I think the job that you're looking for, the job that you're going to find is going to be satisfying for you because there's a light coming from it, sort of illuminating you. And it does catch your attention, and it's something that you're definitely interested in. That job. So that's just an example of dreams. And obviously, dreams could also be literal dreams, right? You're having dreams, you're trying to interpret them and things like that. It could be your goals, aspirations, and stuff. But obviously, there's 10 billion different aspects of the card we can look at. But I'm just telling you about this different symbolism and sort of how I would read with this particular card. So next we have taking a break. Taking a break with Brianna's cat, by the way. Yes, this is a drawing. Taking a break indicates that we need to take a bit of a rest as per what we're trying to achieve, right? Maybe dreams has caused us to go on this rapid adventure to where we're trying to accomplish a bunch of different things. We're trying to catch that job. We're trying to catch the money. We're trying to get a bunch of different things done. Once we sort of reach that, or maybe even before that, we need to take a break and just sort of take a rest and reevaluate what we're doing. Not only does taking a break point to a rest from what we're trying to achieve, or taking a break from maybe an argument, maybe a relationship, right? We have an on-off relationship. Maybe this could be the off period to where we want to just take a break, literally take a break from that because there's some drama going on. Sometimes you really don't want to get deep into the heart of the matter, especially when it comes to relationships. You just maybe need to take a break. But that sort of points to that. But it also, again, points to maybe a delayed, maybe take a little quick break before we move on to the next step, especially if we're trying to accomplish something with dreams or what have you, etc., etc. It's a bit of an easy rest. We also sort of in between two different situations as well. We have sort of a pillow over here, and then we have a blanket over here. So we're sort of stuck in between two situations. And that could be a matter of love, for example. Maybe we're stuck in between two different partners, potential partners or something like that. We're trying to figure it out. But we are sort of nestled or stuck in between two items or two things. And that's going to be important based upon what the reading is and what the question is, obviously. But again, just talking about the symbolism. The cat is also sort of reaching toward us. So it could be a matter of, maybe we need to reach out farther, or maybe we need to reach out for some help in this particular situation. But taking a break sort of indicates, just take it easy for a little bit. The next card is Serenity. That's finding that peaceful place that we've always needed to be, or the peaceful place that we need to go. A lot of times our life gets very hectic, and you're just sort of not sure what to do. A lot of times you just need a place to sort of go, even if it's in your imagination, sort of relaxation, get some sleep. Maybe we're suffering from insomnia. We need to get a bit of a rest. It's sort of that thing to where you can call back in your imagination to a place that you've taken a vacation to, maybe a place people have talked about and you have an imagination to, and just sort of take that rest, take that break. It's not time to sort of pursue things at this moment. It's time to not really take a break or do anything, but it's time to find the serenity within us to get that, right? Because a lot of times we're knee-deep in stress. We're trying to figure out some situations. A lot of things are going on at once, and we just need to get a serene place within our imagination or within our mind and sort of go there and take that break and take that rest as far as the serenity is concerned. So it's very good at this point to sort of find that, especially with emotional things. A lot of times we're going through we're the product of emotional stress from divorces or from a bunch of different things that are happening. It's time to find that serene place so we can just calm down and chill out a bit and just find that peace. And the next one is unexpected friends, which also points not only to unexpected friends, but basic friendship, right? A lot of times we don't really have time to go and catch up with friends. We don't have time to do all that. And it may be time to take that little break and get with some friends and just go out, right? Because that's sort of how we recharge, how we figure out what's happening with life, is to go out with friends and sort of bounce ideas off of them and get some information and just have some friendship and have that social circle, that network of people that you can rely on to do that as well. Unexpected friends also says to reach out to new people and make some new friends. A lot of times, like we're at work, for example, you pass the same person every day over and over. You never really say anything to them. Say hi, say hello, potentially make a new friend, make use of that opportunity to make some new friends. Because a lot of times, again, at work, those can become networking contacts, which are going to become critical. At times when maybe if you're laid off or somebody is being problems, you can have somebody to talk to and things like that. So unexpected friends does that. And unexpected friends also points to maybe let's make up with people that we've had problems with, because a lot of times you'll have a minor squabble with somebody and you never really say I'm sorry, or you never really say, hey, this whole thing's silly, let's just restart. And I mean, a lot of times that's necessary, right? Because you don't really want to alienate somebody over just something minor. Something minor happened, not really a big deal. Let's go back and let's be friends. We never really do that because we have that pride that sort of hits us and things like that. So obviously the cat and the mouse, the height difference as well is one of the things. And another factor of the card is the mouse is literally trying to be like the cat. So yes, this is a drawing. I swear this is like 5 foot tall, by the way, the original. But the mouse is trying to be like the cat, trying to emulate the cat. And sometimes that says as well, you may want to look at emulating somebody that is doing a better job at whatever it is you want to accomplish. So, in other words, you have a tutor for painting, for example, and you want to try to emulate that person, and get into the person's head, figure out how they're doing what they're doing and things like that. That's going to be a lot better for you once you start learning that. And that also can come from a variety of other things, like at work. You have that one boss that seems to know everything. They do things really cool. You really like the way they approach ideas. You may want to try emulating that and taking some of those pieces of good advice, some of the pieces of their personality, and sort of try to incorporate that with your own spin on it, and just be improve by emulating what you see that you like. So if you're trying to make a YouTube channel and you see somebody that makes a really good YouTube channel, maybe try to emulate a bit what they're doing, but put your own spin on it. Obviously, don't duplicate it, but you know what I'm saying. So unexpected friends sort of points to a lot of different things. And anyway, so that's a great card. It's a very good card, very positive card as well. So casting a long shadow is going to be a bit of a confusing card, especially since you have long pathways, which is another card. So what's the difference? All right. Casting a long shadow points to a bit of that depression, not really depression, but it points to a bit of that downside, the downtime that you have. So a lot of times we're just not feeling too well, and we end up going through, not really going through life, but going through situations casting a long shadow. You can tell that we're not at our best in this situation, and we're sort of dragging other people into it. It's time to just sort of recover from that or get through that situation and go to the next level or go to the next part of that, because you really don't want to hang out there. You don't want to be casting a long shadow, because people can see that, right? People can see that you're not at your peak, you're not doing well. And when you do that, or when you behave like that, a lot of times we just get down, right? You're at work, for example, you're late on a job, you feel terrible, you feel embarrassed, now you're casting a long shadow. It's time to recover from that and be yourself again and be confident again. So don't cast a long shadow. Realize that you are casting a long shadow. This also means that you're affecting other people, which is critical here. So when you start affecting other people with this, and you start, because a lot of people sort of will, if you're really a synchronous person to where you're a leader and now you're sort of down and you're not at your best, and then people are looking to you to lead, now they're going to be affected as well. And that there's going to be sort of standing within your shadow, and that's not going to be a good thing, because you don't really want to have that long shadow. You want to have a positive outlook. You want to have things like that. So what is the difference between, somebody's going to ask, what is the difference between long journeys and casting a long shadow? Long journeys means a delay. So let's say we're in a court case. This is going to be a delay, similar to the mountain in Lenormand, right? The mountain card in Lenormand, which sort of points to delays. This is sort of similar. It's a long journey. Not going to be something that's resolved quickly. If you're in a court case, that's not really going to be resolved quickly. If you're trying to get into a relationship, you may be looking at a delay. You may be looking at, a bit of a stretch as we sort of go through there. So the difference is casting a long shadow is more of an emotional thing or personality thing. Long journeys is more of a delay as we move through and try to get things done. Long journeys is going to sort of pull us back a bit. Casting a long shadow, however, is just how we affect the world around us in maybe not so positive of a way, you know what I'm saying? But definitely something we need to sort of fix and address before we move in and start affecting other people with it. Anyway, that is the first episode of the Echoes of Nature course. Let me know how you like it, and we will obviously continue. I guess we'll have 6 more videos on this, and then we'll be done. I know I talk fast, but again, we have 72 cards to go through, so it's a lot. It is a lot. But obviously, if you have any questions, this is my oracle, so ask me. Ask me. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to get feedback as well. If you have any feedback about the course or what have you, have any feedback about the cards or questions, hit me up. I mean, again, there's numerology, there's astrology within all of these cards, and that's covered very deeply. Well, not covered very deeply. That's covered in the book. It's more also more of a deep dive within the book as well, obviously, but I wanted something quick where you could just watch it, figure it out, and just go from there. Some people just love just watching videos. They don't really want to read a book, especially a 100-page book on this. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and please hit like and subscribe.